It is human nature to expect a threat to look dangerous, but spiritual danger seldom announces itself with obvious malice. In reality, deception is often perfectly disguised. It arrives dressed as comfort, physical beauty, temptation, or a rush of positive emotion. Not every beautiful face carries a pure heart, and a promise spoken with sweetness does not guarantee it was sent by God. This creates a critical vulnerability. If a fatal threat looks exactly like something we deeply desire, our natural human senses are entirely inadequate to protect us. We will walk right into the trap. Because our natural senses fail against these disguised threats, we require a supernatural filter. That filter is discernment, the ability to separate harmless input from spiritual poison. Consider the historical figure of Samson. He stands as the biblical archetype of unmatched, supernaturally endowed physical strength. Yet, despite being the strongest man recorded in Scripture, he suffered a total and catastrophic defeat. He was not outmaneuvered on a battlefield. His fall happened precisely because he allowed his heart to be captured and influenced by the wrong voice. His physical muscles never actually failed him. What failed was his internal ability to guard his spirit. An unchecked vulnerability to emotional distraction is a fatal flaw that can bypass and neutralize even the greatest God-given strength. That historical reality maps directly onto the modern believer's everyday life. Many people today are losing their personal battles, and it is rarely because God has abandoned them. It happens because they voluntarily entertain the exact things God explicitly warned them to avoid: a wrong relationship, a secret sin, or a minor compromise. Each moment of disobedience cuts away your internal strength. The enemy studies your weaknesses, launching targeted attacks on areas of your life you refuse to surrender to God. The objective of this spiritual espionage is precise: to distract you from your destiny, drain your daily peace, and ultimately sever your close relationship with Christ. Spiritual defeat is rarely an explosive overnight event. It is a slow, methodical erosion caused by unmonitored compromises. You must become fiercely selective and protective of who you trust with your heart, your secrets, and your life's calling. Your primary defensive tactic is to actively pray for discernment. Ask God to open your spiritual eyes to see true intentions before you ever grant someone emotional access to your life. Proactive boundary setting and reliance on spiritual sight are the only sustainable defenses against those who arrive solely to distract you from your purpose. But even if you look back at Samson's story, there is a powerful final chapter. Even in the middle of his catastrophic failure, God's mercy remained entirely active. Grace is the ultimate restoring force. It is capable of forgiving the fallen and completely rebuilding the broken person who sincerely repents. Your past compromises and mistakes absolutely do not cancel God's power to redeem your future. The moment you return wholeheartedly, the spiritual strength you lost in those hidden battles is restored. One moment guarded closely with God is infinitely more valuable than any temporary worldly temptation. Above all else, guard your heart, because everything you do flows directly from it.